Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so, I think I said this the last time I made one of these, but I'm making this video a bit late. I should have made it really when BROLY originally changed to INT, but since it's Monday and the missions have reset, at least the weekly missions, for you to be able to pick up some more Battlefield memories, I figured this would be a good day to drop this video to go over basically the best units that you can use in order to beat BROLY at the end of Battlefield in the easiest way possible, because he is INT this time around, so you obviously want to save a physical team. As always with Battlefield, if you weren't aware, the first enemy, which is Chaozu, is always the same typing as BROLY. So what I try to do is I beat Chaozu with like a weaker team, like you can use the free-to-play Ginyu Force, free-to-play Bardock Squad, the free-to-play Metal Cooler team, like anything like that, right? Because the first fight is incredibly easy. And then you have both of your physical teams ready to go to take on BROLY. Now if we look, one of the things that makes him so easy is you can see he is immune to being stunned, he has an AoE attack, and then he raises attack on super as well as raising defense on super. But if we look at some of these other bosses, in fact I don't think any of them are in this one. I was going to say I could show you an example of the immune to sealing, but apparently none of the bosses in this Battlefield are immune to being sealed. But there's this one here as well. Boss is immune to attack lowering that you can see Frieza, Tapion and this Kid Goku have. BROLY doesn't have that. So BROLY can be sealed and attack lowered, and when you get his attacks on the turn formation, he always AoEs in the first slot and then supers in the second slot. So as long as one of your units, either in slot 1 or slot 2, can seal, you can stop him from super attacking you, and then obviously keep him locked down for multiple turns. So with him being INT this time around, you obviously want to build a strong physical team. And the one that I have been using since he changed to INT, I'll put a clip up on the side at some point. But the team that I've found the best has been the Wicked Bloodline Extreme Physical build. So obviously using the LR Metal Cooler as the leader. Now, of course, on Global, the Worldwide Download Celebration units haven't returned yet. So if you didn't pull this guy during the Worldwide Celebration, then obviously you won't have him. But he is a 200% leader for Wicked Bloodline. So obviously that makes it a lot easier to build a strong team. He does also lower attack. He greatly lowers attack on his 12 key super. So he kind of plays into the strategy a little bit as well. And then for the sub leader, you obviously have this physical final form cooler. He is the 120 leader for extreme physical. So obviously he complements that metal cooler nicely. Everybody gets 320% and you can make a full extreme physical Wicked Bloodline team. So he's just there for the leader skill. He doesn't seal or lower attack or anything like that, but that allows you to build a very strong team for taking on this BROLY. One of the key players who is super good, if you get him on turn 1, you pretty much lock down the fight, is this Angel Frieza from the Tournament of Power. Now his links can be a little bit wonky because of the kind of Frieza that he is, but this guy seals on super attack, and then he also lowers attack as part of his passive as well. So you get this guy on the first turn, you just put him in slot 1, and he seals BROLY, and then that's it. BROLY's locked down for the whole of the rest of the fight, right? Because he gets sealed for 2 turns, and then 2 turns later, this guy's back again in slot 1 and seals him again, and that's it. You just got the whole thing on lockdown. And he lowers attack as well, which obviously is incredibly useful. And then, yeah, we just back this up with a bunch of attack lowering units. So we have the King Cold and the Mecha Frieza, the Super Strike units. These guys could be used as like leaders or sub leaders as well, because they do have physical types 70% as part of their leader skill. Frieza can put out some pretty decent stats, lowers attack. He gets extra buffs when everyone is a Wicked Bloodline character, so obviously he fits really well on this team. And then King Cold not only lowers attack with his super attack, but he lowers attack with his passive. So just by being there on the rotation, he's lowering the enemy's attack. So very, very good. And you'll see when you play out this strategy with so many units that lower attack, you literally only have to attack BROLY like a few times. And then even his AoE, he's just doing double-digit damage to everybody. So absolutely shut him down. And then to fill out the rest of the team, we've got units like the free-to-play physical Metal Cooler. He heals you based on the damage that he does, so he's obviously really good. He's not lowering attack or ceiling, but he does reasonable damage. He's got good defense after he supers and he heals. So if you didn't have a sealer on turn 1 and you did eat a super, then obviously you can regain a little bit of HP, which is very useful. I use this guy as well, the free-to-play Golden Freezer. It's interesting that he still has never gotten an easy A, but he has a bit of damage reduction, he builds up defense by getting hit, and then he buffs movie bosses' allies. So he'll be directly buffing the Metal Cooler, Physical Final Form Cooler, so he can be pretty good on the team as well. So then, of course, this is the Extreme team, right? So I run a full Extreme Wicked Bloodline team. I'll have put the clip up on the side at some point, so I don't know if it's still going or whatever. That's the team that I use. I use that as my #1 team. I've actually never had to fall back on the backup team. But if you don't have some or many of these units, there is obviously a different way to build it with a super class team. And some of the units that you want to go to. So straight away, this God Goku, being a leader for Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans, he obviously allows you to build a very varied team. He has the built-in dodge and has guard if you pick up 6 orbs. So even if he's not dodging, he can defend reasonably well against BROLY. So obviously that helps. He doesn't play into the actual strategy because he doesn't seal or attack lower, but he's just a very, very strong unit with a very strong leader skill, right? And then we have units like this GT Super Saiyan Goku that has a Goku family leader skill. A lot of the units that will work well on this strategy fit under that leader skill, so he's a really good sub-leader as well. It's also an orb changer, which can be very helpful. There's like the physical Path to Power Kid Goku as well, who his leader skill is not great, but is an orb changer, can give everyone damage reduction, so he can be quite good on a Goku family type build. There's also this guy, if you did ever summon for heroes, he has a Goku family lead, so he can be good as a sub-leader. He is also a Goku family support unit, so he'll be buffing the whole team if you build super physical Goku family. Then of course there's the LR Beast Gohan. He lowers attack on his 18 key super, and then he has superheroes or hybrid Saiyans as a lead, so obviously you can build a very solid team with him as well. So there's a couple of good options for the actual leaders, and then this guy does lower attack on 18 key super. And then you have units like this physical LR Bardock. He seals on his 18 key, which is good. I remember when he came out, this was kind of a almost unique situation for him, because a lot of other LRs would only do status effects on their 12 key super, and then their 18 key super was all about damage, but his 18 key actually does seal, so obviously he is very, very strong as well. Then we have the physical Super Saiyan Bardock that got his easy A with the Tech Bardock Celebration. Really, really good on the team, because obviously you're fighting an INT unit already, so he's already guarding, so when you get the first hit on him, he gets his defense buff straight away. And he seals, he does pretty reasonable damage, like he's a really good unit to run on this team against BROLY as well. Then we have the physical Super Saiyan Gotenks, so he's not a Goku family, but he is a Hybrid Saiyan, like if you're running the Goku leader. Obviously there's the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, is the physical 120 super types lead, so you can use him as a sub leader, you know, if you're using God Goku as one of the leads. This guy, he's a bit outdated now, but he seals, which is the most important thing, right? As long as BROLY can't super attack you, it just makes the fight considerably easier. And we have this guy, free-to-play unit that came out during the worldwide celebration, so most people should have him, or he's, you know, easily farm uppable. He seals on his super, so he's obviously very useful. Then we have the Roshi. Technically he fits under the Gohan leader skill because he is on superheroes. In fact, because Gohan has superheroes and hybrid Saiyans, you could run Gohan as a lead and then Gotenks as the sub lead, and that will cover all super physical superheroes and hybrid Saiyans. So this Roshi can be pretty good. He seals on the 18 key super, so you do want to make sure you're getting the 18 key. And if you have 2 or more Turtle School allies, like we've already mentioned a couple of Gokus, he has a revival as well, so that could come in handy. If your team is on the weaker side and you're struggling against BROLY, having a unit with a revival obviously is going to help to make that a little bit easier. And then lastly, the other unit I wanted to highlight is this MVP 17. Recently got his easy A on global. He greatly lowers attack on super, as well as providing key and a bunch of defense. He's on superheroes as well, so he would fit on that Beast Gohan leader skill. this guy definitely can be very, very useful. So those are a couple of the top picks. Let me know down below what team you guys use to take on Broly at the end of Battlefield. Like I say, I do find the Wicked Bloodline one is the easiest one. In the clip that was showing on the side, like I even made a couple of missed plays and like missed supers, but by the time you've lowered Broly's attack by so much, like he can't really do much to you anyway. So yeah, I think I set a new record for the time as well, and it wasn't even like my best run in terms of performance. So that team handles him very, very easily. So let me know what you guys think down below. Like I said, let me know what team you use. Next time Battlefield resets, I'll try and make one of these actually on the day that it resets, rather than a bit later, because I'm sure some of you guys probably have your teams figured out for him already. But if you were struggling, hopefully this video does help you out a little bit. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.